Hello, welcome to Hope for Flint. I'm your host, Kristen Wolosinovich, and I'm here with my dear sweet friend, designer extraordinaire in the downtown Ferris wheel Hope for Flint studio, Kayla Wilburn. Hello.
Hi, thank you for having me.
How'd you like that intro?
It was good.
Thank
to hire
you. I charge 10%.
Okay.
Is that cool?
That's fine.
All right, that's cool. So excited to have you here in the new studio. You've been to the other studio, so you're a pro at this, but really excited to have you here at the Ferris wheel, which, by the way, is your home too.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about, don't tell me, I already know. Tell our viewers and listeners a little bit about who you are and what you do. Kayla Wilburn.
Okay, so I grew up in Flint, Michigan. I began sewing when I was about 12 years old. And I went to CMU for apparel merchandising and design. And so fast forward to later in my life, I decided to start a business. And so I came up with Fanny Lucille. And so that's my apparel and accessories custom company.
Fanny Lucille. And
Fanny
you and
Lucille.
I met during the Making Strides Breast Cancer Awareness because you had made a customized dress and it was being auctioned off the proceeds were going for awareness against violence and gun violence. So that's when we first met.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that.
Well, I'm here to remind you.
Wow, yes.
Yeah, so that's when we first met, but now we're like neighbors in the Ferris wheel.
Yes.
So you operate Fanny Lucille out of the Ferris wheel.
Yes. And so we actually had a space on the 5th floor, but now we've downsized to just a membership for now.
Which is great.
Yes, because I get to come in and meet my clients, and still be surrounded by everybody that's here. I love like the network here. It's very everybody feeds off everyone and encourages everyone. And then you have different businesses where you can work with each other and continue to be inspired to go forward with whatever it is you're doing. So that's what I like about being here.
It's a super great energy in the building.
Yes.
And like you said, everyone is really supportive and lifts each other up and supports one another. Yeah. It's fun being here. So who inspired you to start sewing? I know you have a big inspiration.
Yeah, so my grandfather actually inspired me to sew as a child. And so he would sew up different, little holes and stuff in his clothes. And so
that is the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, he started because you know how men put their wallets in their back pocket, and so he would patch those up or patch up his whatever he wanted to patch up, because he doesn't really buy a whole lot of clothes, even though he could. And my grandmother buys him a lot of different things. He just chooses to wear the same things all the time, and so that's what inspired me to use the sewing machine. And then later on, I started the Fashion Against Violence movement. So my brother was the inspiration behind that because I lost him to gun violence in the Flint community.
What year was that?
2011.
2000. So, that is something that you've been very passionate about and speaking out against. And I love your energy and your heart, but your creative is off the chain, girl.
Oh, thank you.
It's really inspiring and incredible, and I'm very sorry for the loss of your brother.
Thank you.
I think your voice is very big, and I think you're going to make a big, powerful difference in this movement. So real quickly, you also last week were at the Alley Fest. You do fashion shows. You participate in a lot of fashion shows. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, I'm actually on the Friends of the Alley board now. So this is my first, I don't know, I think it's probably been about 6 months that I've been on the board and being involved with that. So that was our second, that was the event that we've been fundraising for. So we had a fundraising event earlier this year, and then we had the Alley Fest. And my task for the Alley Fest was really the fashion show. So this is the second year that I've done it with them. The first year I just wasn't on the board. We were kind of like sponsored in, partnering with them to give a platform to local designers and local boutiques.
Love that.
This is year 2, and it was amazing.
It was great. Your models I loved it. Your models were from all over, all different ages.
Yes, all different ages.
Did you draw specifically from the city of Flint?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we had a number of different designers because it was downtown, I wanted to start with featuring downtown designers and boutiques. And then the rest of them were from all over the city. So And the models were from all over the
fun.
city. Yes. And we had photographers, and everybody involved was from the city of Flint. So.
And all of the clothes they wore, all different designers then. Who were some of the people that you worked with?
We had Cross Training, Glam Box Boutique, Sharisa Studios. Sorry, that's my phone.
That's okay. Oh, you're fired. I told you, you're fired. He's checking my phone too. So you had everyone across the board participate in it.
Yes.
That's great.
It was amazing because it shows the wide spectrum of designers and artists. So some people don't actually make their clothes, but maybe they get t-shirts made. They come up with different, designs. And some people that I had, they actually make their clothes. So like me,
You make everything.
my clothes. And then we also had another girl named Francine Houston. She makes all of her clothes as well.
I'm so impressed by people who make their own clothes.
Yes.
I can't even sew a button.
It's
I can't.
a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. And then the needle and the thread.
I know.
Like that's like old school, and then you'd have to,
I know.
It's pretty insane to still do. But it's such craftsmanship. That's a big word.
Yeah.
You can use it. But you have to have the love and the skill set. And I think it's innate, don't you?
Yeah. And they don't teach it a lot anymore. I feel like everybody should know how to sew on a button or do a hem, you know? And so that's one of the reasons why I do the Fashion Against Violence, too, programs.
And you want to know what's crazy, too, is people don't do that anymore. And they'll go to a cleaner and pay like $100 for a hem.
Yeah.
That'll take like 6 minutes.
Yeah. People don't have the time, though. They don't have the time.
They don't want to learn that craft unless they have a big passion. What you do is really an old school skill set that you're still keeping within our society. I really enjoy it. And then how can people get a hold of you? Because it's funny to me, we'll come up on the second floor and you'll be doing these custom designs. We'll be passing in the bathroom because the women will be running out and you're measuring them.
Yes.
So how can people get a hold of you? Because seriously, your work is one of a kind. It's incredible.
Thank you. I really just do, it's really by word of mouth, but we use social media. You can follow us on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook as well. And on all platforms is Fannie Lucille. That's FANNIE, not Y.
Okay. And like you said, you get a lot of referrals. It's a lot of word,
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. What are some of your favorite things to design? Because when you came in last time, you had that little
collars.
Yes.
Yeah. I still have the collars. I actually just sold out because last month.
I'm mad at you.
I'm sorry. I can still make you one.
Okay.
I will make you one.
So these are the most amazing collars.
Yes.
But you sell out because people love them.
And then I started doing wholesale, so that's why I got bought out. But fall, we'll be bringing those back. Right now, what I'm having fun with is doing a version of a wrap pant. So I'm having fun with that. But I guess what I'm finding joy in sewing right now is my daughter's clothes.
Yeah, because you've got some babies at home.
Yes.
How old are they?
2 and 4. Have a 2-year-old son, Randall, and then Jada's 4.
Wow. So you're busy with the toddlers, and then you're custom designing, you're custom sewing. So you're a busy woman. That's why I hurried up and booked you, because it's only when I see you face to face, because I know.
Yes, and you're so busy too.
Well, it's a fun thing. And I think, too, your commitment to the city of Flint, and, there's so much energy and talent, and there's so much creative here. What do you think about what's been happening within the city? What are your thoughts?
I think that the energy that's going throughout the city is very inspiring right now. Besides all the things that are happening in the media, I think that people in the city are trying to find whatever brings them joy about the city and spreading that light, whether it be in any type of arena. With you doing the podcast, fashion design, videography, just the murals that are going around the city. I think that people are pulling that thing that they have to give to offer the city, and they're actually pushing to do that. So I find that to be inspiring.
You're seeing that uptick, aren't you? And
I am.
You're walking the downtown streets and you're feeling the electricity, and we're really partnering with some massive neighborhood community outreach and leaders who are bringing in, collaborating all the neighborhoods. And it's really magical to watch. And I
is.
think you're seeing the movement and you're seeing the shift. And while maybe the national press hasn't caught up with it,
Right.
we're certainly hitting some big markets.
Yes.
So it's exciting.
It is.
Okay, so check Fannie Lucille out, the beautiful Kayla Wilburn. Check them out on all social media platforms. Like you said, oh, girl, fall runways are hitting.
Yes. And we have some things that we're looking to do in the fall. We always have the show the third week of November.
Okay.
So we haven't confirmed the date, but it's usually always the third week of November. So we're working on that and
We'll
gathering
make sure to
designers.
spread the word.
Yes.
And then also, and one thing real quickly is what you omitted from your journey is you did a stint in New York City for a little bit, didn't
yeah.
you? How long were you in the city?
3 years.
That's a lifetime,
It
girl.
is. I keep telling people that Flint is my hometown, but I feel like New York is kind of like my second home.
3 years that's pretty cool. How old were you during that time? You were a baby. You were young.
Yeah, I was, I think like 22 to 25.
That's,
So,
you
yeah.
know, I have a 21-year-old, and I'm not going to lie. If she went off to New York City, I'd be a little nervous.
Yeah, my parents were too.
Yes. But you're a calm soul. You got it together.
It worked out.
It worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
We got you back. You went and got some city vibe and
Yeah.
came back to your home city, and now
Right.
we got our Flintstone back.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of like my tagline. It's only the beginning for you, but it truly is. I mean, you right now are a one-woman show doing it all, but the Fannie Lucille brand is popping, girl.
It is.
And you are too.
It's growing.
And you're in high demand. So, and you're only
thank
one
you.
little teeny person. You're teeny. I can put you in my pocket.
Right.
You're little. So,
So
you're
if you know any seamstress or anybody that wants to join our team, I'm looking
Yes.
for that as well.
That's
too.
amazing. So do the outreach to Kayla if you enjoy this, because you're out there. We know you are. It's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Okay, my darling. The beautiful Kayla Wilburn. I love and adore you. Love being
you
your
too.
neighbor. Love seeing all the magic that you're creating.
You too.
You definitely are. Hope for Flint.
Oh, you are too.